Are you looking to maximize rewards from your adventures abroad? That was us years ago when we embarked on a long-term international travel. Back then, we were also looking for the ultimate best travel credit card, preferably with no annual fee. The list of credit cards for international travel targeting US consumers is very long. So let's start with narrowing two main categories of travel cards that you can choose from. Later, we will detail our best travel credit cards that we use for all our expenses and why.
Airline credit cards are cards earning miles that you can redeem for air tickets. Tickets are tied to a specific airline though. The selling point is obvious. Earn points, earn a ticket. Airline credit cards may come along with other perks. These can include free checked bags, priority boarding, lounge access and in-flight discounts. The number of miles earned per dollar spent varies with airlines and annual fees charged. Certain airline credit cards can help you earn the coveted airline status faster. The Elite status lets you earn even more bonus miles and gain access to certain airport lounges.
The biggest drawback of this card type is that you are stuck with that airline. If you are flying with one or two major air carriers, then these cards may make financial sense. But if you are touring the globe using a wide variety of air carriers, then you may need dozens of such cards. This can be impractical.
Moreover, some perks for airline cards can be unimportant for certain travelers. For instance, we prefer traveling light with carry-on luggage and small backpacks. By doing so, we avoid checking in our bags that sometimes can get lost. Thus, the free checked bag perk is irrelevant for us.
Also, once you're ready to redeem your points, you may be up for unpleasant surprises. Those include blackout dates and restrictions on destinations. Moreover, airlines can increase the number of required points for redemption without any prior notice. While this doesn't happen very often, when it does, the points that you have are worth less, sometimes a whole lot less.
In May 2023, United Airlines announced massive mileage devaluation for many international routes. The devaluation was at a staggering 30 to 60% rate depending on the route. For instance, flying economy from the US to Australia required 40,000 miles before. Now it's 55,000 or 37% increase. Other routes experienced even higher spikes, such as flying from the US to Japan with a 50% increase.
The second popular type of rewards cards is cashback cards. The number of points per $1 spent varies with the category and the card issuer. Certain credit cards with annual fees provide much more attractive cashback rates.
Credit card companies allow you to use points for statement credit, gift cards, online shopping and travel booking. In fact, it became very lucrative for banks to have their own travel booking system. You can reserve cruises, flights, car rentals and hotels through these websites. Banks typically outsource travel booking to third-party firms which manage these booking resources.
Another choice you will face is whether to pay the annual fee. The simplest way to figure this out is to see if the extra cash back you get is justifiable.
Consider a credit card with no annual fee that provides 2% cash back on all purchases. We will use this card as a basis for comparison. You are thinking of getting a new credit card that provides 4% cash back on all purchases, but costs $200 a year. You gain an extra 2% cash back in exchange for $200 a year. For this card to be worth it, you need to charge at least $10,000 a year on it, or $200 divided by 2%.
Of course, this analysis becomes a bit more involved if there are other perks. But this is how we decide if a card with an annual fee is worth it. We stopped using airline credit cards after encountering blackout dates, restrictions on destinations, and devaluations. Instead, we prefer the cashback credit cards that allow us to convert the points to the benefits of our choice. So here are the cards that we use 100% of times when traveling. We use the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card to pay for our travel expenses and restaurants.
We'll left a link to this card if you decide to check it out. This credit card comes with an annual fee of $550, but the benefits you get in exchange by far outweigh this cost. It is especially true if you travel at least several months a year. Here are some benefits for the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card. While the list is long, the most noteworthy perks are cashback on travel bookings through Chase. Note, the $550 annual fee is reduced by the $300 travel credit. This effectively makes the annual fee $250.
But there's one feature that makes the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card unique, and that is a 50% redemption bonus.
This bonus increases all cashback rates by 50% if you use points on travel bookings through Chase. For example, 3% cashback on travel becomes 4.5%. Cashback on car rentals and hotels turns into 15%. That is a lot of cashback. Also, the $600 sign-up bonus turns into $900. Finally, this 50% bonus makes 1.5% the minimum cashback that you get.
We compare Chase Sapphire Reserve with other cards, such as Capital One, Venture X, and Amex Platinum. Chase Sapphire Reserve was the best option for us, hands down. And the main reason is this. We get 3% cashback on all travel purchases outside Chase. This turns into 4.5% cashback after the 50% redemption bonus. Let me explain how this works.
When we travel, we always shop for places to stay. We especially like Airbnb to book our accommodations for its unique locations. With Chase Sapphire Reserve, you earn 4.5% cashback on Airbnb bookings. The closest that this cashback gets is with Capital One Venture X card. This card provides 2% cashback on travel purchases on third-party websites, such as Airbnb. So we get extra 2.5% cashback when we spend on Airbnb or small guest houses with Chase Sapphire Reserve. Capital One Venture X card costs $395, which is $155 cheaper than Chase Sapphire Reserve. To justify this extra cost, you need to spend at least $6,200 or $155 divided by 2.5%. We travel for at least several months a year and spend $6,200 or more on Airbnb, Uber and other transportation. Thus, this alone justifies paying the extra $155. If you are like us, the Chase Sapphire Reserve card is an excellent choice. Also, the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card comes with Priority Club membership. The membership grants access to airport lounges where you can eat, drink and relax before departure. Over the last 5 to 10 years, airport lounges became a bit crowded as more people joined Priority Club. Still, this is an excellent perk. We used to hate going to airports. Now we go there 3 to 4 hours earlier and spend time in lounges. And we are no longer late for our flights. Moreover, you can bring 2 extra guests with your Chase Sapphire Reserve card. There are many other benefits that I didn't list here for this card. Some of them may be relevant for you, some not.
Next is the Capital One Quicksilver credit card. This card used to be our default choice before we discovered Chase Sapphire Reserve card.
We also left a link to this card if you want to check it out. Quicksilver comes with no annual fees and earns a flat 1.5% cashback on all purchases. We have looked for different cards with no foreign transaction fees or annual fees. Capital One Quicksilver card is one of the few out there with 1.5% cash back.
This is our top recommendation if you hate paying annual fees and extra cashback and perks do not matter to you. And that is it for this video. We linked all the cards that we love and use in the description. We hope you found this information useful and it will help you choose your best travel credit card for your needs. Please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We often post useful content for world travelers. Thank you for watching.